Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel Vishwakal. Here we share the latest insights what's going around in the world, and we also keep you updated with the upcoming new changes in the world. This would let you know how all this would impact our country India. In our today's episode we will be talking about the topic, India's federal vision. It will let us know about prelims and mains, polity. Context. The Indian Constitution was adopted on the 26th of November 1949. It came into effect on the 26th of January 1950. This day, celebrated as the Constitution Day, is an apt moment to reflect on one of the most defining features of the Indian Constitution, its federal structure. Background. Indian federalism represents a deliberate constitutional choice by the framers aimed at balancing unity and diversity, decentralization, and democratic decision-making. Unique features of India's federalism. India is called a quasi-federal republic as it has the characteristics of both federal and unitary systems. While India adopted a federal structure that divides power between the central federal government and its member states, it also incorporates unitary features, allowing for flexibility in governance. Thus, some of the major federal features put in place by the framers of the Constitution include dual polity. With the union government at the center and state governments at the periphery, India has a dual governance system. Constitutional supremacy. All laws enacted by legislatures at various levels must conform to the Constitution. Rigid amendment procedures. The Constitution of India protects its federal structure by adopting rigid procedures for amendments. Division of power. A transparent system of division of powers between central and state governments is enshrined in the 7th schedule of the Constitution, which classifies subjects into 3 lists, i.e., Union List, State List and Concurrent List. The 3 lists. Union List. Subjects belonging to the Union List exclusively fall under the legislative authority of Parliament, and examples include defense and foreign affairs. State List. The State List is a list of subjects that come under the authority of state legislatures, and some examples of the subjects include police, public health, and agriculture. Concurrent List. The Concurrent List was inspired by the Australian Constitution. The list enumerates subjects on which both the union and state governments can legislate, with union laws prevailing in the event of a conflict. Examples of subjects include education and marriage. This system ensures that there is no concentration of power at any level of government. Changes made to the 3 lists. Over time, modifications to the 3 lists have been undertaken to address the evolving governance needs and public policy priorities. At the time of its adoption, the Constitution allocated 98 subjects to the Union List, 66 to the State List, and 47 to the Concurrent List. Currently, the numbers stand at 100 subjects in the Union List, 59 in the State List, and 52 in the Concurrent List, reflecting the significant shifts over the decades. Among these changes, the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976 introduced the most substantial changes to the 7th schedule. This amendment transferred key subjects such as education, forests, protection of wild animals and birds, and administration of justice from the State List to the Concurrent List. These amendments reflect a broader trend toward increased centralization within India's federal structure. Examples of subjects moved to Concurrent List. The shifting of education to the Concurrent List helped to ensure uniformity in educational standards across the country. It enabled the Union government to introduce national policies like the Right to Education Act, 2009 and the National Education Policy, while allowing states to address region-specific educational needs. Similarly, the Constitution granted states exclusive control over forest management and conservation. The 42nd Amendment moved forests to the Concurrent List in view of the growing concerns about environmental degradation, deforestation, and the global importance of biodiversity. This shift enabled the Union government to enact legislation such as the Forest Conservation Act, 1980. Contemporary challenges. The division of powers articulated in the 3 lists of the 7th schedule of the Constitution exemplifies its adaptability, effectively balancing centralization and regional autonomy to meet the nation's governance needs. New challenges such as climate change, artificial intelligence, and cybercrime transcend territorial boundaries, which form the basis of federal units. The Indian federal structure, with its dynamic allocation of powers, can address these challenges through collaborative efforts between the states and the center. The next topic we would be now discussing is on One Nation One Subscription. It will cover our syllabus of prelims. Context. The Union Cabinet approved a budgetary allocation of 6,000 crore rupees for an initiative called One Nation One Subscription, ONOS. Background. Aiming to centralize journal subscriptions for nearly 6,300 government-run institutions, ONOS seeks to provide equitable access to 13,000 scholarly journals under a single platform. Current system. Higher education institutions (HIs) can access journals through 10 different library consortia. A library consortium is a group of 2 or more libraries that have agreed to cooperate to fulfill certain similar needs, usually resource sharing. For instance, in FlibNet Center Information and Library Network Center in Gandhinagar is an inter-university center of the University Grants Commission which oversees the UGC Infonet Digital Library Consortium, providing access to selected scholarly electronic journals and databases in different disciplines. Apart from this, HIs also subscribe to several journals individually. What does the ONOS scheme offer? Through the ONOS scheme, the center aims to consolidate the disaggregated approach to journal access. ONOS will enable state and central government HIs to access thousands of journals on one platform, which will be active from January 1, 2025. This common platform will host 13,000 journals published by 30 international publishers. All institutions will only need to register on the platform to access these journals. FlibNet has been designated as the implementing agency for this initiative. The central government negotiated one subscription price for each of the 30 different publishers and approved 6,000 crore rupees for 3 calendar years, 2025, 2026 and 2027. What is the need for ONOS? First, it would expand access to the best scholarly journals for 55 lakh to nearly 1.8 crore students, faculty, and researchers across roughly 6,300 government universities, colleges, research bodies, and institutions of national importance including those in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Second, it would avoid duplication of journal subscriptions across different library consortia and individual higher education institutions and hence reduce excess expenditure. Third, a single subscription for all central and state government HIs would provide better bargaining power when negotiating with publishers. Fourth, the center will gain insights into the extent to which journals are being accessed and downloaded by higher education ecosystem. This will not only help in long-term planning but also allow to encourage inactive institutions to fully utilize the platform and promote its benefits among their teachers, students, and researchers. The next topic we would be now discussing is on Natural Farming Mission. It will cover our syllabus of prelims and mains, agriculture. Context. Center recently announced a national mission on natural farming (NMNF) to promote natural farming. Background. The mission, with a budget outlay of 2,481 crore rupees, will cover 1 crore farmers across the country. About National Mission on Natural Farming (NMNF). NMNF will be a standalone centrally sponsored scheme under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare. Objectives. Promote chemical-free farming. Encourage farmers to adopt natural farming methods that eliminate the use of synthetic fertilizers and pesticides. Enhance soil health. Improve soil health and fertility through organic practices like the use of cow dung, cow urine, and other natural inputs. Support biodiversity. Foster biodiversity by promoting diversified cropping systems and integrated farming practices. Climate resilience. Build resilience to climate risks such as droughts and floods by enhancing soil carbon content and water retention. Key components of NMNF. Diversified multi-cropping systems. Natural farming encourages the adoption of multiple crops grown simultaneously to improve soil biodiversity and reduce pest outbreaks. Desi cow-based inputs. Inputs derived from indigenous cows, such as cow dung and urine, form the backbone of natural farming. These are used to prepare nutrient-rich formulations like Jivamrit and Bijamrit for soil and plant health. Bio-Input Resource Centers (BRCs). To ensure farmers have access to natural farming inputs, the government plans to establish 10,000 BRCs, providing ready-to-use formulations and resources. Capacity building and demonstration farms. Around 2,000 model demonstration farms will be established across India, supported by Krishi Vigyan Kendras (KVKs), agricultural universities, and trained farmer master trainers. These will serve as hubs for hands-on training. The next topic we would be now discussing is on Proba 3. It will cover our syllabus of prelims, science and technology. Context. The Indian Space Research Organisation (ISRO) will launch the European Space Agency's Proba 3 mission on its PSLV rocket from Sriharikota on December 4. Background. Proba-1 also launched by ISRO and Proba 2 were launched in 2001 and 2009, respectively. Proba 3 will attempt the first ever precision formation flying, where two satellites will fly together and maintain a fixed configuration in space. What is Proba-3? Proba 3 is an advanced mission by the European Space Agency (ESA) aimed at studying the Sun's corona. Proba 3 has an expected mission life of 2 years. Proba 3 will be placed in a highly elliptical Earth orbit with an apogee of 60,530 km and a perigee of 600 km. The mission is designed with two satellites that will be launched together, separate from each other and then fly in tandem. They will then form a solar coronagraph, an instrument that helps block out the bright light emitted by the Sun to reveal the objects and atmosphere around it. Proba 3 carries three main instruments. ASPIICS Association of Spacecraft for Polarimetric and Imaging Investigation of the Corona of the Sun, or the coronagraph. Its field of view is between the Sun's outer and inner corona, a circular belt normally observable during solar eclipse events. DARA Digital Absolute Radiometer measures the Sun's total energy output known as the total solar irradiance. 3DEES 3D Energetic Electron Spectrometer measures electron fluxes as it passes through Earth's radiation belts. Why is Proba 3 unique? The two satellites, a Coulter spacecraft weighing 200 kg and the coronagraph spacecraft weighing 340 kg, will mimic a natural solar eclipse. They will maneuver precisely in Earth's orbit so that one satellite casts a shadow onto the other. A naturally occurring solar eclipse allows solar physicists to observe and study the Sun's corona for 10 minutes, across an average of about 1.5 eclipse events per year. Proba 3 will give 6 hours, equivalent to 50 such events annually, which will help deepen understanding of the Sun's corona like never before. Both the occulter and the coronagraph will face the Sun at all times. They will maintain a formation of a few millimeters and then move to a position where they will be 150 meters apart for 6 hours at a time. One satellite will act as a viewing telescope, kept at the center of a shadow cast by the other satellite positioned 150 meters away. This positioning will facilitate observing the Sun's corona and will be autonomously achieved through precise flight formation. If done successfully, the occulter will create an artificial yet stable eclipse, by masking large parts of the Sun. As a result, the Sun's blinding light will get blocked and only the solar corona will be visible to the coronagraph, which will photograph and facilitate studies of the lesser-known features. The next topic we would be now discussing is on GEL-PHU Mindfulness City. It will cover our syllabus of prelims, current event. Context. Bhutan, the Himalayan kingdom that brought the world the concept of gross national happiness, is set to build a mindfulness city, and began raising funds to help start the ambitious project. Background. The GEL-PHU Mindfulness City, GMC, will lie in a special administrative region with separate rules and laws that will aim to be an economic corridor linking South Asia to Southeast Asia. Key takeaways. GEL-PHU Mindfulness City (GMC) is an innovative urban development project in Bhutan, envisioned by His Majesty King Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuk. Location: GEL-PHU, located in the south-central part of Bhutan. Area: covers over 2,500 square kilometers, making it one of the largest urban development projects in Bhutan. Special Administrative Region (SAR) GMC is Bhutan's first SAR, with executive autonomy and legal independence. Key features. Mindfulness and sustainability. The city integrates economic growth with mindfulness, holistic living, and sustainability. Economic hub. Positioned at the crossroads of South Asia, Southeast Asia, and China, GMC aims to become a regional connectivity and economic exchange hub. Zero Carbon City. The city is designed to be a zero carbon city, aligning with Bhutan's commitment to sustainable development. Infrastructure. Includes advanced infrastructure, inhabitable bridges, an international airport, and healthcare facilities for both Western and traditional medicine. Protected areas. Includes a national park and a wildlife sanctuary. Vision and values. Gross national happiness (GNH). The city is anchored on the vision and values of GNH, promoting conscious and sustainable businesses. Buddhist heritage. Inspired by Bhutan's rich spiritual heritage, GMC aims to create a mindful living environment. Business environment. Businesses in GMC will be screened and invited based on their respect for the Bhutanese way of life, sustainable development, and sovereignty. Thank you for watching our video. Keep supporting our channel by hitting a like button on video and by sharing the content with your friends. Subscribe to our channel Vishwakal for more such interesting contents. And don't forget to share it with your friends and family.